Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Renu Sharma. So today I'm going to talk about the temporary resident to permanent resident pathway. So recently, the international, students have been backed with a very good news. So I'm just going to talk about the documentation part. It has been released on cic.gc.ca website. Now let's quickly do that. Uh, each and everything is transparent and crystal clear, so you don't have to go anywhere. However, there are kind of confusion and second thoughts. So to resolve that, I'm going to provide my best information and assistance over here. So before you apply, you need to go through all this. Biometrics is actually mandatory, so you have to get yourself through that stage as soon as possible. So these are the six streams they have considered in, and I'm going to talk about international graduates here. So the workers in Canada stream A and B, that's for healthcare and essential non-healthcare, is defined at the very top. And these three are for the French speaking, so I will not be covering that. As I said at the beginning, that biometrics is mandatory, so you have to get your fingerprints and photo requirements as soon as possible. Uh, Now, the collection service point for biometrics is actually given on the website. So you can, when you click on that, it will take you to there directly, and you can book an appointment as soon as possible. And the moment you book the appointment, you will be able to get the reference, like the slips and everything. So just keep that in safe custody. I wouldn't recommend you without getting biometrics because in any ways it's not going to initiate the process. So get that thing first. Now let's directly go to international graduates. So you have to get the following documents. That's again for your qualification, whatsoever you have done, a final transcript, a letter from the institution, a formal kind of a notice from the body where you have done degree, diploma, certificate, attestation to be done. Just make sure in mind that it has to be minimum 8 months of program, so it cannot be less than that. Also, it has to be from a certified body. It's not like a 2 rooms or 4 rooms, institution you have you get your certification or so. So it has to be a proper body where you can get it done. You don't need to have a PGWP in order to qualify for this category. So just keep those notes. Also, in case if your documents are in any foreign language, maybe in Hindi or Punjabi or any other language, you have to get it translated or with an affidavit. That would be considered better. So basically, you have to be very explicit on what exactly the set of documents you'll be providing. It has to be notary attested, and in case if you have any relative outside outside Canada, for say any of you is married and your spouse is there, if you want to provide the supporting documents for them, you definitely can do that with again biometrics. So these are this basic set of documents like generic IMM 0008 form, and that's for dependent is again this one. You can always send it to your spouse in India or any other foreign country where exactly he or she is. Then is This is the new one, that's Schedule 3. It has been added for temporary residents. So I'm just going to quickly cover this too to have fair amount of understanding. Again, it's very simple. So you have to put your family name and give a name. For say my name is Sharma Renu. So it's Sharma and then Renu here, and then ID and client number, then date of birth. Date of birth here, and to which public policy stream are you planning. So I'll be getting into international. So I'm going to just check in this box. And then do you meet the minimum language requirements? Again, IELTS or French, whatever the language you're going to show as a first official language, it's mandatory. So you cannot submit your application without IELTS. And then Canadian education credentials, yes. Then past work experience, you have to be descriptive in that, like total years of experience, like from which day. For say if you have started working in 2018 March, then it's go 2018 03, and then whatever the date it was, and then till whatever the time period. You have to mention the hours per week. So if it's like 28 hours, you have to mention that. Employer name. NOC would be, you have to get the NOC from the cic.gc.ca website. Again, I'm going to provide the link in the description box below. And position, the title, what exactly it was. If it was a customer support service as a representative, or even you were working as a part-time. So whatever it was, you can mention that, because they're basically looking for a work experience and it has to be valid. Also, you have to be working at this point of time, so that's that's important. And even if you are doing remote work, like working from home, you can provide the supporting documents for that. Like, are you currently physically present and working in Canada with valid work authorization and temporary resident status? So yes, as I mentioned, that it's mandatory. List your current position, so you can always put that information in there. And then I declare the information I have given is truthful, so signature, and then you're good to go. So these are the initials you have to fill up. So after filling up this form, of course, with the IMM 0008, and then for dependent, you have to provide the documents, other documents. So the other list would be like your passport copy. So always try to provide as much information as you can. So get the photocopy of your passport, like the whole passport, and then your supporting documents for your family members, and then you have to get it through this immigration medical exam. So you book your appointment for medicals, and then PCC again, it has to be for last at least 6 months where exactly you have been. And the photographs has these photographs has to be as per the specifications. It's towards the bottom, I'll just show you. And the fees would be the processing fee would be $550, that's Canadian. And then right of processing fee, again permanent resident fee would be 500. So right of permanent fee is actually non sorry, refundable. However, the processing fee is not. So it would be approximately 500 plus $550, which is one $1,050. That's Canadian. Now, these are the set of documents, again, legal documents showing your name and date of birth. So you can again get the passport copy here, and then marriage certificate, or your IDs and everything, and then again the supporting documents for children. Now, in case if you have any questions, you can always ask me, because I have been into immigration industry for a very, very long time. So I know what kind of documents they are looking for. In case if you are falling short of any of them, then this is immigration medical exams. So you have to get it through the certified medical bodies. The list is again there, and you have to submit the documents. Like with all said, then PCC again for you and your family members, and you can always find out more information clicking this here. So when you scroll it down, you'll see more descriptive information, like due to COVID, what kind of conditions, what parameters you have to follow for say going for in medical exams, how much time does it take, and all that thing. So this is more detail. Again, this IMM 0008 form must be validated with 2D barcodes, which means that you have to fill it up like completely. It's a properly generated, and you have to validate your answers while filling it up. So when you do that, you will get to know. Don't need to worry about that thing. And this is all mentioned out here, very simple, crystal clear. So you have to upload all your documents, pay your application fees, like biometric fees in case if you it's applicable, and then get your biometrics as soon as possible. And then your processing fees has to be submitted, and then you have to wait for the next step. This is all you have to do. And in case if you have any question, you can always get back to me onto this. This is all this being covered for all the international student category. So yeah, you can always write back to me at renu736 at gmail.com. So yeah, till then, take care and stay safe. Bye.